Thanks for watching Matthew's Daniel East and Central Pacific Weather Briefing. I'm meteorologist Gonzalo Agudelo. We have quite a bit of activity also happening in the East and Central Pacific right now. We're going to talk about two active systems over in this region right now, Hurricane Lester and Hurricane Madeline. Both hurricanes, one a major hurricane, one could become a major hurricane. So we're going to first talk about Hurricane Lester. Lester is currently in the East Pacific right now. This one's actually a little bit stronger. Current wind speeds are maximum at 110 knots, which is quite high, puts it at a Category 3 intensity. If we take a look at Lester's satellite presentation right now, you can kind of really get a good look at how Lester has been progressing. It looks very, very nice right now, almost annular and symmetrical in shape. Really, really good outflow. You see a nice developed eye over the system right now. We could actually expect Lester to probably intensify into a Category 4 hurricane at 115 knots in the next 12 to 24 hours. Lester is going to continue tracking generally to the west, as you can see here on the National Hurricane Center track. One of the things we're going to have to really keep an eye on is its proximity to Hawaii. And that's something that could be really, really important, especially for the people who inhabit these islands over here. Lester, once it gets towards that area, though, it shouldn't be quite as strong as what some of the as what it is right now. However, it's still going to be probably a hurricane by that point. Probably won't go over the island of Hawaii, but these cyclones are quite large, and even if the center doesn't go over it, it will still probably be affected by very, very high winds. Still really far out to say at this time. We take a look at the global hurricane models. A lot of them are really in consensus has having it track just to the north of the Hawaiian Islands. We're gonna have to watch that out because it's still a little bit far out, like 5 days out before the scenario would happen. So we're going to have to watch out for that. And then for the model intensity guidance, we're expecting Lester. Actually, it's kind of showing a little bit of uncertainty in these models right now because this is also showing some interaction with another with Hurricane Madeline, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But overall, in terms of the forecast intensity, we could probably expect Lester to continue at its current pace, maybe intensify over the next 12 to 24 hours, and then kind of slowly and gradually weaken. But we'll probably still expect it to be a hurricane at that point. Definitely not a major hurricane by the time it reaches close to Hawaii, but still hurricane force winds. The next system we're going to talk about, just ahead of Lester, closer to the island of Hawaii, but now in the central Pacific, Hurricane Madeline. Right now, taking a look at Madeline, currently has maximum sustained winds at 85 knots, putting it at a Category 2 intensity, very close. Minimum Category 2. We're still expecting the system to continue intensifying. The system looks pretty decent on satellite imagery, however, not quite as good as Lester. It's kind of lacking a little bit of an eye right now, although it's trying to develop one in the past few hours. The system, though, is a little bit within closer proximity to Hawaii. Taking a look at the National Hurricane Center images right now, this system is probably looking to pass just south of the island of Hawaii. However, the stronger side, the right quadrant, could possibly affect the big island of Hawaii, which is very uncommon, very rare for something like that to happen, to be this close to the islands. But this could potentially bring some higher wind speeds over into that area, some surge possibly, and some really, really heavy rainfall as well. So that's something we're going to have to watch out for sure. Both of these are kind of looking like they're going to be tracking towards Hawaii. Madeline will be moving a little bit to the south. This one, Lester, though, it looks like Madeline could be intensifying as it gets closer to Hawaii. And when you have systems that get within close proximity to each other, they influence each other, and so they help to steer each other. The stronger one steers the other one. So once Lester gets closer, that should be weaker, and we'll be hopefully tracking a little bit further west. We'll continue to monitor this though and keep you updated on the latest, but that's it for now. If you have any questions or would like to see another area included in our global weather briefing, please email us at weather@mattdan.com. Stay tuned tomorrow for our next update.